a supermassive black hole where all matter, all light, and every hope of escape is swallowed. But within its world, there is still an anomaly that defies every limit and every theoretical model. We are talking about TON 618. With a mass approximately 66 billion times the mass of the Sun. TON 618 is one of the largest black holes ever known, located about 10 billion light-years away from us. Its brightness is 140 trillion times greater than the Sun, making it one of the most powerful light sources in the universe. These characteristics are not only impressive, but also raise difficult questions about the formation and evolution of black holes. How could an enormous object like TON 618 form only after the first few billion years of the universe? Let us explore and learn about TON 618 together, where the laws of physics are pushed to their limits and mysteries are still waiting to be deciphered. TON 618 is not simply a gigantic black hole. It is in its most violent state, where energy and matter are pushed to the final limits of destruction and creation. Its light, 140 trillion times the Sun, has traveled 10.37 billion light-years before reaching Earth. Meaning we are looking at a moment when the universe was still young, less than 3 billion years old. The accretion disk is where matter spirals into the black hole at enormous speed. Imagine a cosmic vortex where gas, dust, and even small stars are pulled into an eternal abyss. When matter falls in, it does not fall straight, but spirals, constantly colliding and rubbing against itself in that vortex, generating temperatures hundreds of times hotter than the surface of the Sun. This is the key point, not nuclear fusion, but this intense friction turns matter into pure energy. This energy erupts in the form of radio waves, X-rays, and visible light, turning TON 618 into a brilliant lighthouse in the cosmic darkness. Observations from the Hubble and Chandra telescopes have confirmed that this accretion disk is an extremely powerful emission source, with an energy spectrum ranging from radio waves to high-energy X-rays. TON 618 is also remarkable in the way it breaks the Eddington limit, the theoretical threshold at which gravitational force pulling matter into the black hole balances with radiation pressure pushing matter outward. According to physical models, exceeding this limit is nearly impossible. Yet TON 618 absorbs matter at a rate far beyond all predictions. The mass of this black hole is estimated at about 66 billion times the mass of the Sun. With such an enormous body of matter, it becomes an almost insatiable phenomenon, forcing scientists to ask, what physical mechanisms is this black hole operating under that we have never seen? Could there be new laws of the universe that we have not yet deciphered? An even deeper mystery lies in the relativistic plasma jets. When part of the matter is pulled into the black hole, the remaining portion is not swallowed, but ejected outward, creating blazing columns of energy from the two poles of the black hole. Their speed is nearly the speed of light, reaching up to 300,000 kilometers per second, stretching millions of light years. These jets are not only enormous sources of light, but also regulators of the host galaxy. They can blow away interstellar gas clouds, suppressing the formation of new stars by stripping away essential material. But in some situations, the pressure from the jets compresses the gas clouds, triggering new star formation. Looking at this, we recognize a cosmic rule. The strongest entities can be both destroyers and creators. TON 618 does not just challenge the boundaries of physics. As its light passes through more than 10 billion light years, we are witnessing the interaction of gravity and energy on a scale humanity can barely imagine. It reminds us that the universe does not always operate according to the rules we understand. It evolves, transforms, and at times escapes the control of logic. What makes TON 618 even more compelling is the fragile balance between destruction and creation. The plasma jets and quasar winds regulate the flow of interstellar gas, creating a self-regulating mechanism for the host galaxy. Observational studies also reveal that TON 618 operates almost continuously for millions of years, with an accretion rate of several thousand solar masses per year. If we place ourselves in the position of a galaxy surrounding it, we can imagine the feeling of being drawn into this enormous vortex, being consumed, illuminated, and having one's destiny reshaped entirely. This is a rare phenomenon in the universe, where a single object can simultaneously play the role of destroyer, creator, and eternal beacon. Recent observations show that the plasma jets of TON 618 are not perfectly straight. They can bend, oscillate, even collide with dense gas clouds in the galaxy, creating bursts of high-energy radiation. The result is that the region surrounding this black hole becomes an immense powerhouse, where light, gravity, and energy interact in a cosmic drama. But other mysteries await human discovery. And is our intellect enough to fully understand the power of such cosmic fury as TON 618? How could a colossal entity like TON 618 appear and reach a mass of 66 billion times the Sun within only the first few billion years of the universe? The light from TON 618, with its estimated redshift, has traveled more than 10.37 billion light years to reach our eyes. Looking at it, we are not only observing a supermassive black hole, but also peering back into the era of the early universe, when the first galaxies were forming. Stars were still young, and every structure remained chaotic and fragile. In this context, the existence of TON 618 becomes a physical paradox. According to the standard Eddington accretion model, a black hole formed from an ordinary star with a mass of a few dozen or a few hundred times the Sun would require tens of billions of years to reach the size of TON 618. The 2 to 3 billion years after the Big Bang are far too short, and the growth rate required would have to exceed all reasonable predictions. This is the problem physicists and astronomers call the primordial supermassive black hole problem. TON 618 not only breaks current models, but also challenges our understanding of how matter, energy, and gravity interacted during the universe's earliest eras. To explain this, scientists have proposed one of the most plausible mechanisms: heavy seeds. Instead of forming from the collapse of a single star, the initial black hole could have emerged from the direct collapse of a massive primordial gas cloud. Theoretical models show that a gas cloud with a mass of tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of solar masses could collapse directly into a heavy primordial black hole, creating an initial seed large enough to partially explain the later growth rate. In this scenario, the early universe was no longer a sparse and chaotic environment. It was a powerful physical engine where gravity could compress gas and dust into entities beyond imagination. But the heavy seed is only the first step. To reach 66 billion solar masses, TON 618 must also undergo a phase of super Eddington accretion. Under normal conditions, the radiation emitted by a black hole, as it absorbs matter, creates enough pressure to limit the rate of consumption. This is the Eddington limit. Yet in the gas-rich, chaotic environment of the early universe, dense and unstable flows of matter could surpass this limit. The black hole did not merely consume matter, it became an almost infinite hunger, absorbing thousands of solar masses per year, while simultaneously releasing immense energy in the form of light, radio waves, and X-rays that we now observe. Observations from the Hubble and Chandra telescopes show that ultraluminous quasars like TON 618 can maintain super Eddington accretion for millions of years, long enough to fill the missing time gap and reach their current mass. This super Eddington accretion mechanism also raises profound philosophical questions. If the early universe could produce titans like TON 618, how many other colossal phenomena remain beyond our observational reach? Could there be black holes or quasars even more extreme, growing in regions where light has never traveled to us? The Eddington limit, once considered the maximum rate at which a black hole could accrete matter, failed to restrain TON 618. This proves that matter in the early universe could concentrate and evolve in extreme ways, forming entities that surpass all predictions. It is not merely an engine of energy consumption. TON 618 is living evidence of the universe's ability to create colossal beings, where the physical laws we consider fixed become flexible and unexpected. The existence of TON 618 also opens questions about humanity's position and role in the universe. We are tiny observers, standing more than 10 billion light-years away, witnessing a titan that formed within just the first few billion years. Is human intellect sufficient to understand the operating mechanisms of entities like TON 618? Are the limits we believe absolute, such as accretion rates or maximum mass, truly applicable to every object in the universe? The light from TON 618 is not just physical data. It is a question, a challenge, a reminder that all the knowledge we hold is only a small fragment of a vast and unpredictable cosmic tapestry. When we look at TON 618, we are not merely seeing a supermassive black hole. We are seeing a story of time, energy, and matter operating in extreme conditions, far beyond imagination. Every particle falling into the black hole, every plasma jet ejected from its poles, every photon traveling more than 10 billion years. Each tells the story of a cosmic titan, born in the universe's infancy and growing at an almost limitless pace. Astronomers and physicists today are constantly updating models, using data from light spectra, X-rays, and radio waves to better understand accretion rates, seed masses, and super Eddington mechanisms. These studies show that the early universe was not a calm environment. It was a colossal energy engine where cosmic titans formed rapidly, challenging every theoretical model and unlocking unprecedented possibilities for the structure and evolution of galaxies. TON 618 is not just a black hole. It is a mini-universe where gravity dominates everything and where even light must submit. When looking at the event horizon, the boundary that cannot be crossed, where all matter, or photons, lose the ability to return, with a mass of 66 billion times the Sun. The diameter of TON 618's event horizon is estimated to be about 400 billion chems, equivalent to 1.3 astronomical units. This means our entire solar system, from the Sun to Pluto's orbit, even the Kuiper Belt, could fit entirely inside this deadly void. This is no longer an ordinary black hole. TON 618 is a destructive microcosmos where every physical law is pushed to its limits. As matter approaches the event horizon, every particle, every photon, and every form of energy is pulled into an inescapable vortex of destruction. The first effect to mention is time dilation. According to Einstein's general theory of relativity, extreme gravity causes time to slow down exponentially. An imagined astronaut standing near the event horizon would experience 1 minute passing there, while hours, days, or even years could pass for a distant observer. Time becomes flexible, no longer an absolute quantity. It becomes a personal experience where past, present, and future bend along with the surrounding space. Accompanying time dilation is gravitational redshift. Light emitted from the region near the event horizon has its wavelength stretched to an extreme level. Blue light becomes red. X-rays shift into infrared. Photons lose energy and seem pulled by gravity. Seen from afar, the region around TON 618 would not appear as a simple dark spot, but as a distorted and spectacular stage of light, where background stars are bent into strange rings, creating vivid Einstein rings that directly illustrate how gravity can bend space and light. Another important concept is the point of no return. The innermost stable circular orbit, or ISCO. This is the final boundary at which an object can maintain a stable orbit around the black hole before being pulled in. Beyond the ISCO, there is no chance of return. Every particle of matter, every small star plunges straight into darkness. The ISCO is the threshold of life and death, where gravity becomes the sculptor of space-time, shaping every orbit, bending every ray of light, and dictating the fate of matter. It reminds us that gravity is not a passive force, it is absolute power, where all ordinary laws must yield. However, the power of TON 618 comes not only from its enormous mass, but also from its rotational speed. A supermassive black hole spinning near its maximum rate will pull the ISCO closer to the event horizon. intensifying space-time distortion and pushing both time dilation and gravitational redshift to extreme levels. Under such conditions, the environment around TON 618 becomes an extreme physical domain where light, matter, and time intertwine in dangerous and complex ways. Viewing TON 618 from close range, the surrounding space would be completely deformed. The light of background stars stretched, bent, and scattered, forming swirling optical rings, where familiar shapes become distorted and unfamiliar. Every observation becomes a surreal experience, a living demonstration of the bending of light and time predicted by Einstein, but at a scale far beyond what most human imagination can grasp. These effects are not just physical data. They are living evidence that the early universe could create entities beyond all theoretical limits. TON 618 shows that enormous masses, accretion rates beyond limits, and extreme relativistic effects are not impossible. Every photon bent, every second stretched, and every particle pulled into the black hole tells a story of the absolute power of physics in the universe. In the darkness of this supermassive black hole, do we have enough intellect to understand and predict the colossal forces operating beyond sight, where light, time, and space themselves can be bent? TON 618 is an ultra-luminous quasar, an active nucleus. Active galactic nucleus, or AGN, that emits immense energy from its accretion disk. These energy streams not only illuminate the early universe, but also govern the life and death of stars within the host galaxy. This phenomenon is what astronomers call active black hole feedback. The extremely powerful radiation streams and quasar winds, launched from the two poles of the black hole at speeds reaching several thousand kilometers per second, are not merely light. They are fundamental flows of energy that regulate interstellar gas, sweeping away the cold gas clouds needed for star formation. In some cases, the pressure from these energy streams compresses gas at the edges of the galaxy, triggering concentrated bursts of star formation. TON 618 shows that supermassive black holes are not loners in the universe, but powerful ecological regulators that determine a galaxy's fate. The gravitational force of TON 618 does not end at the galactic nucleus. It extends tens or even hundreds of thousands of light years outward. Its mass of 66 billion suns creates a massive gravitational well that influences the orbits of stars, gas clouds, and even smaller neighboring galaxies. TON 618 acts as an ultimate center of gravity, where all matter is pulled in and all orbits must bend to its gravitational will. In modern astronomical simulations, scientists have shown that supermassive black holes like TON 618 can reshape the orbital structures of millions of stars, even creating stellar streams that continuously flow toward the direction of its gravitational pull. like a river of light guided by the invisible hand of physics. TON 618 is living evidence of Einstein's theory. Mass not only bends light, but shapes the destiny of galaxies and, through that, the structure of the cosmic region. The enormous mass of TON 618 grows not only from accretion but also from galactic merger events. When smaller galaxies approach and are consumed by the host galaxy, the supermassive black holes within those galaxies fuse with TON 618. This process releases extremely powerful gravitational waves, shaking the surrounding spacetime and leaving permanent scars in the structure of the galaxy and the nearby cosmic region. Each merger is a violent marriage, where matter and energy blend, simultaneously increasing the mass of TON 618 exponentially. This is how black holes not only eat, but restructure the entire galactic environment, transforming the host galaxy into a system entirely shaped by its supermassive authority. From a physical perspective, these mergers are sources of strong gravitational waves that can be detected from Earth billions of years later, reminding us that TON 618 is not a silent object. It exerts influence across time. The influence of TON 618 is not limited to its host galaxy. It plays a central role in the formation of giant elliptical galaxies, structures with low star formation rates that dominate dense galaxy clusters. The combination of AGN feedback, overwhelming gravitational force, and galaxy mergers turns black holes like TON 618 into powerful cosmic sculptors, reshaping spatial structure, the fate of billions of stars, and even the form of the surrounding cosmic web. If a single entity can control and restructure its host galaxy, then what role do such black holes play in shaping galaxies, galaxy clusters, and even the cosmic network itself? From the faint images billions of light years away, we have confirmed the existence of TON 618. It proves that in the chaos of the young universe, super rapid growth was a reality, an extreme phenomenon that defied all theoretical predictions. TON 618 is living evidence that the laws of the universe are always broader and more complex than what we can capture on paper. Its power shapes the fate of galaxies, extinguishes star formation through AGN feedback, and with its dominant gravity, it pulls along the entire surrounding structure of matter. Yet the very super-powered light born from this violence becomes a gift. It acts like a galactic laser, an essential diagnostic tool that allows us to pierce through 10 billion years of time. By analyzing its absorption spectrum, we are reading the chemical history of the intergalactic medium and decoding the epoch of reionization, the moment the universe lit up. TON 618 is a strange harmony between the greatest destruction and the deepest illumination. It is also a symbol of an unending desire to explore. It reminds us that the biggest questions about the origins and destiny of the universe still lie deep in the dark, and that extraordinary entities like it will continue to illuminate the path ahead. Only by daring to confront and measure these reality-breaking phenomena can we truly achieve greatness, the greatness of human knowledge. Thank you for staying with WUFO Space until the very end of this journey through the vast universe. If you found this video interesting and insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to WUFO Space so you won't miss our next cosmic adventures. Your support means the world to us and fuels our passion to keep exploring the wonders beyond.